Samantha hadn't felt like herself since the breakup. She drifted through her days in a melancholy fog, her empty apartment feeling more like a prison with each hour spent alone. Anything to shake the gloom from her mind. That's when she spotted the row of vintage puzzles tucked away at the thrift store. 1,000-piece landscape. The peeling label read. Intrigued, she added it to her cart. Back home, she carefully extracted the jumbled pieces almost reverently. As she began sorting them, her unease grew. The textures were all wrong, too slick and pliant beneath her fingers. She held a sliver up to the light, heart stopping at the glimpse of red within. No, it couldn't be. Her mind must be playing tricks in its fragile state. She focused on fitting neighbouring pieces, blocking out her doubts. Slowly, a bucolic scene began emerging from the chaos. But minutes passed without progress, as if pieces were missing or intentionally misshapen. Frustration mounted until she noticed divots in the material that shouldn't be there, jagged grooves that seemed to mimic flesh torn away. Dread curdled her blood. She swept the chunks into their box and shoved it deep into her closet, slamming the door on her rising panic. A dream, just a nightmare trapped in overly active isolation. She poured a stiff drink and watched infomercials until dawn's light. In the clear light of morning, doubt lingered, but her certainty returned. Pulling down the box, her stomach churned to see it trembling slightly from within. She pried open the lid to screeching laughter that whispered up from the Stygian depths within, pieces rattling maniacally. Another drink deadened her senses once more, and she resolved to be rid of the abomination. But outside, sunshine gleamed merrily off glossy hunks scattered across her welcome mat. The puzzle had disassembled itself and followed her. Madness threatened at the edges of her vision. She swept up the vile shards and dumped them into the trash bin, scrubbing her hands raw to forget their feel. Locking her door against any nightmares trying entry, she collapsed into fitful sleep. Nightmares sent her jolting awake again and again, piecing together glimpses of flayed skin and snapped bones that shouldn't form coherent pictures. She stumbled to the kitchen and dry-swallowed handfuls of pills, desperate for oblivion. When awareness dawned murky and pained, afternoon's light revealed a tightly wrapped parcel on the counter. Trembling fingers peeled away pristine white paper to gleaming red wetness within. The puzzle, perfectly reconstructed in glistening meat and sinew. A sob escaped her before its lid slid open. Inside, 2 glittering eyes met hers, surrounded by ragged flesh stripped away in a bestial grin. A peal of cryptic laughter echoed through her very soul, as understanding dawned on what evil had followed her home. Sleep became her enemy, threatening madness with each dark hour spent trapped in nightmares. Pills brought only glimpses of grinning faces stitched into lurid puzzles scattered throughout her life. She knew she must flee, yet each creak brought terror that it had already insinuated itself into every shadowed corner awaiting her. When shapeless fear solidified into a rap at the door one yawning dusk, she bolted through the back, curses and rattling laughter dogging her retreating steps. Barricading herself in her car, she gunned the engine and tore into the darkening streets, refusing to acknowledge the small box beneath the passenger seat that bounced gently to the rhythm of her escape. Neutral was her only goal as her vehicle ate up the miles, wipers slapping frantically against walls of rainfall that threatened to drown the world. But a skid and screech rent the night as glowing orbs materialized in her headlights, 2 pieces tumbling across the hood before her with a hollow tap-tap. Locking herself inside yielded no comfort this time, as the box on the seat quivered insistently, lid creaking slowly open once more. Swollen eyes met hers, black as the endless void, promising so many more games if only she embraced the solace only madness could provide. Did she give in or keep fighting? Heavy lids dragged her down before she could decide, a chuckle sweeping her into dreams of flayed skin and shattered grins. When consciousness returned, only darkness shrouded her fate as the lonely wail of sirens drew nearer, too late as always to halt the descent into whatever fresh nightmare now held her in its puissant clutches.